Hi everyone! Today we will talk about 7 tips to stop translating from English to your native language. As a language learner myself, I know how easy it is to want to translate back into your own language, but this will slow down your response and can also knock your confidence when talking in English. So let's look at some tips on how to prevent doing this. Let's get started. Number 1. Watch films and TV without subtitles. The first tip I would recommend is to watch films and TV shows in English and without subtitles. First of all, the exposure to the language will be very helpful, and the association with what you see on the screen and what you hear will be very beneficial for you. You will be able to understand what is happening through body language and the tone they are using when talking. So this is great for training your listening while also training your brain not to think of the word in your native language. If you're a beginner, you can use the subtitles the first time you watch the show, but then try again without using the subtitles. Next up, I recommend that you identify all of the objects around you in English. You can start by going around each room in your house and make sure you know the English word for everything that you can see. For example, when you are in the bedroom and you can see the bed, wardrobe or clothes, start to say the words in English out loud so that you are training your mind to automatically think of the English name. If you do not know all of the words of the objects, one really good tip is when you're first learning, take a post-it and label everything that you can see. Then you start to remember and associate the object with its English word. Number 3. Avoid using a translator or dictionary. Now with this step, I do understand sometimes it is necessary to use either a dictionary or a translator app. However, the problem with this is that students can start to rely on them. If you're having a conversation with someone in English and you can't find the word, going to the dictionary will stop the flow of the conversation and also your confidence can be affected. In this situation, it would be best to use English words to describe the word that you do not know and ask the other person to help you in finding the correct word. That way, you are not stopping the conversation and you will practice more vocabulary with the native speaker until you find the correct word. Number 4. Put yourself in an English-speaking only environment. This will be one of the most beneficial tips I can give you. There is no better opportunity than to immerse yourself in a situation with only English speakers. If you have the opportunity to visit an English-speaking country, that would be extremely helpful. But if that's not possible, then try online. There are lots of amazing apps and platforms that offer language exchange or lessons online where you can only speak in English, and this will be very valuable for your learning process. Number 5. So that leads us nicely onto listen and repeat phrases from native speakers. If you are talking with a native speaker, or perhaps watching a TV program in English, listen to the way that native speakers talk and how they phrase certain things. Native speakers talk in the most natural English, so it's a great way to learn natural phrases. If you hear a phrase that you have never heard before, or a new and interesting combination of words, try to repeat them to yourself so you can become comfortable with that phrase. Write them down and keep practicing. Number 6. Learn some common responses to questions. At number 6, the tip is to learn some common responses to questions. We have some very common everyday phrases that we use on a regular basis, just like with any language. If you get familiar with some of these, they will come more naturally when you come to use them in real-life situations. In English, it is common for us to greet each other with phrases such as hello, good morning, good afternoon. We also ask each other, how are you? And how you respond to that question will determine how familiar you are with native English. Also, we have a variety of ways to respond, so try to remember a few options so that you don't always use the same answer. These responses might include, I'm good, not bad thank you, or I'm fine. And of course, don't forget to follow your response with asking the question back. And you? Lastly, at number 7, we have practice English daily. Remember the importance of practicing your English daily, even if it's just for 20 minutes a day, while you're doing your morning routine, getting yourself ready for school or for work, and think about your routine and activities you're doing. Say out loud your actions. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm eating breakfast. I'm walking to the bus. Train your brain to think in English with this daily exercise so you can start thinking in English. So, that concludes the video on 7 tips to stop translating from English to your native language. I really hope you've learnt some new tips to take away and start putting into practice to improve your language and your conversation. I would love to hear what your favourite tips are and if there are any that you already do that work for you. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe for more English everyday videos.